Hello, everybody, and have a great Scratch day. So today's Hangout is dedicated to Scratch. Um, if you go to the Scratch website, you can see that there are events happening all over the world with this occasion. So there are some in Peru, in South Africa, Iceland. So I'm very happy that we'll get to celebrate it together. So Scratch has been officially released in 2005 by MIT Media Lab, and it's used in 150 countries, and it's available in over 40 languages. So yeah, that is great. So this course, Code Yourself, is mainly its main focus is on the general programming concepts. So the idea is to go through the programming concepts that you can use no matter what language you decide to work with, and that's why the people who have built the course have decided that Scratch was a great programming language to start with, because you don't have to worry so much about the syntax, and you can just focus on the main concepts. Because when you're beginning, when you're first starting programming, it can be a bit frustrating if you've missed a semicolon and then your program doesn't work. So with Scratch, you don't have to worry too much about that, and just focus on the main concept. And another reason why Scratch is great is that it has this whole community around it. So you can share your own projects and then get feedback, get comments, and then just by browsing through all the projects that are shared online, you can get so many ideas for your own games and animations and so on. So we really do encourage the learners in the course to share with us their ideas, and I can show you a few projects. For example, Karen has built a little introduction video. If you press the green flag, you can see how it works. And we thought this was a great first project to say hello to the other learners in the course. So thank you very much. Also, Ariane has shared with us a joke made in Scratch, a number joke. So we really encourage people to share their programs with us. You can also take a video of your program and then send it to your friends. You can make a birthday cards. You can make a birthday card, send a joke, an animation, and also share them with us in the forum. For example, another game that one of the learners has shared with us. This one comes from Sandeep, and the game is about a frog and an insect, and the idea is that the frog is trying to catch the insect, and whenever the frog catches the insect, you get 1 point. So this is a great example of a first game that you can do, that you can make in Scratch. So maybe today we can we can see how Sandeep built this and how you can create a game that is similar. So if you click on see inside, then you can see the code that is behind the game. You can see the code for the frog and for the butterfly. So let's try to build this game from scratch. So if you're starting a new project, then you can delete the sprite and add the frog and the insect. So the frog should be here. We're adding the frog and the insect. If you go to animals, and it's easier to find it, I'm gonna go with butterfly too. We can change its name to just butterfly. Okay, now let's choose a more appropriate backdrop. So from new backdrop, and what Sandeep used was lake. So let's put that in. Okay, good. So now, well, the first thing that we want to do is make our frog move to the left and to the right, and jump as Sandeep has done. So let's say that from events, from events, whenever the, let's say, right arrow is pressed, then we will move the frog for 10 steps. Let's see, this works fine. Now we want to say that when the left arrow is pressed, then we would like to move to in the other direction. So there are different ways that you can do this. You can either move minus 10 steps, which will make it move will make the frog move to the left, or you can try to point into a different direction. So then we would have to put this to 270, and then move 10 steps. But it seems that this turned around the frog, so we need to change the rotation style to left or right. Okay. Another thing that we want to do is whenever the user presses the space key, let's say, then we need to make the frog jump. So the way Sandeep did this was by pointing in the upwards direction and then moving 100 steps, waiting for half a second, and then pointing in the downwards direction and move 100 steps. So we can do the same. So whenever the key space is pressed, we point in upwards direction, then move for 100 steps, then wait for 1 second, or maybe just 0.5, then point in the downwards direction, so 180, and move 100 steps. So before moving on, let's see if this works. Yep, So this works. But now, because whenever the left arrow is pressed, we're pointing on the left, then we need to change the command for the right arrow. So then whenever the right arrow is pressed, we want to move into to point in the other direction. So then now when we press the right arrow, the frog goes to the right, left goes to the left, and space jumps up and down. Very good. And now let's see what we want the butterfly to do. So in Sandeep's game, whenever you press the green button, the butterfly starts moving around the screen and changing color. So the way he did it was to use a repeat until loop that moves in which you move the butterfly around the screen, and if you're on an edge, you have to bounce such that the butterfly doesn't go outside the screen. So we can try to do the same. Whenever we click the green button, instead of a repeat until loop, we could also use just forever. And then we go to motion. Say, let's move 5 steps. And if the butterfly is on edge, just bounce. So let's see. But now, whenever the butterfly reaches the edge, it turns around. So we could also set the rotation style, as in the case of the frog, to left or right. But this is not very interesting. We would want the butterfly to move all over the screen. So what Sandeep did was to make the butterfly turn a few degrees to the right. Okay, so in order to do this, we just go to motion. We choose the turn block and turn it for 1.9 degrees. Okay, very good. And now our butterfly moves all over the place. Okay, the next step would be to check if the frog is touching the butterfly, and if the frog is doing that, then we're going to increase the score of the frog with 1. So the way Sandeep has done it was to check whenever the space key was pressed, if the frog was touching the butterfly. This is one way to do it, but if you want to check this for all the period of the game, then maybe a different way to do it is to have a forever loop when the green flag is clicked. So you drag the when green flag is clicked block, and then for the whole game you check if the frog is touching the butterfly. So you drag the if condition, and then from sensing, choose the touching block. If the frog is touching the butterfly, and now we need to create a variable for the score. Let's just say that the score of the frog, and whenever the frog is touching the butterfly, we increase the score by 1. but that means that we also need to set the score to 0 whenever the game is starting. So we will add this to the beginning. Okay, so let's see if this works. Yes, whenever the butterfly touches the frog, the score increases. Okay, and whenever we click the green flag, you see that the score is 0 again. But this doesn't seem very difficult for now. So maybe we can try it to make the butterfly move to a different position whenever it gets close to the frog. So we can have a condition that if the butterfly gets close to the frog, so let's see if the distance between the butterfly and the frog is smaller than, let's say, 50. But we don't really know for now how much, what would be a good distance. So let's try with 50, and then let's say that we show a message just to see if 50 is a good value. Okay, that seems a bit too close, so maybe we can change this to 100. And also we could try to make the butterfly a bit smaller, just to make it more difficult. So let's say we set size to 50%. Okay. And now we see that whenever the butterfly gets to this distance, then it says hello. So this was just to test what would be good distance. But what we want to do is that whenever it gets close to the frog, we can just move the butterfly to let's say just a random position. So if the distance is smaller than 100, we can go to X and Y, where we pick X and Y to be a random position on the screen. So then if you go to operators, you can pick a random number between minus 180 and 180, let's say. And then you can do the same for Y. So minus 180 and 180. Okay, so now let's see what happens. Whenever the butterfly is getting close to the frog, it just goes to a different position. Okay. And another feature that Sandeep has added was that the butterfly will change colors all the time, which was a really nice addition. And it keeps growing or decreasing depending on whether the frog is close to the butterfly or not. So you can also add sounds and other color effects, but for now this is a good start. And thank you very much for sharing this game with us. And if you have any ideas of how other things that you can do, just let us know on the forum. And a few other questions that appeared on the forum. I will go through them. So Michael said, "Hi, I'm not in a good place to download anything. Is it okay to use the online Scratch editor for projects and such?" And the answer is yes, you can definitely use online Scratch to do any of the exercises. At some point, when you're doing assignments, you will have to download the project and then submit it to the website. And also, as part of the assignment process, learners have to review at least 3 projects. So you'll have to download their projects as well, and then you can load them on the online version of Scratch. So you can definitely use the online version, but you will have to download a few things. Another question that was on the forum came from Laura, who was saying that whenever there's something that might be confusing for some of the learners, what is the best way to tell that without giving away the answer to a quiz, let's say? And the answer to this is that you can flag the content. So whenever you find, let's say, something that is maybe wrong, or you don't really understand how it works, about the videos or the quizzes, and you can see that there's a little flag button that you can click. So whenever you click the flag button, then we will receive a notice that there is a problem, and you can describe what exactly is it about the quiz or the video that is wrong. So thank you very much for pointing that out. We do appreciate the feedback. So whenever you think something is unclear, just let us know. And since the assignment is due soon, I thought it would be a good idea to go through the submission process. So the way the peer review assessments work is that you submit the project, and then there's a minimum of 3 projects that you need to give feedback to. And the reason we're doing this is that everybody will get to have their projects corrected, and they get some feedback. And it's also a really good thing for you, because you get to see different ways of solving the same problems, different ideas, and giving feedback in general. Giving good feedback is a very important skill to have. So every learner should submit their own project by going to the submission tab, and then review other at least 3 projects. The more, the better, of course. And it's good to remember that before you submit, in order to submit, you first have to save draft and then click preview. This is something that some people forget, just to make sure that everything is in order, and you're submitting the right thing. So save draft, preview, and then submit. And in order to review the other projects, you need to navigate to Review Peers tab, and then click on a file that you want to review, save it on your computer, then complete the evaluation form, and submit the feedback. Yep, this is good to remember for the submission of the project that will happen very soon. And if you have any other questions about this or about Scratch, just let us know in the forums. And yep, I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great Scratch day, and we'll see you soon. Bye.